Morning, guys. This is mainly a test, and I wanted to talk to you today about the most underestimated commandment in the entire Torah, in the entire Hebrew Bible. And that would be the commandment that all other commandments are built upon. You shall not covet. And this lists off a whole lot of things that you should not covet. You shall not covet your neighbor's possessions, way of life. One of the reasons why we're not to covet anything of our neighbor is because when you covet your neighbor, you're saying that the plan that was set out for you is not good enough. Like there was some kind of cosmic mistake. That's not to say that where you are right now is where you'll be forever. It's to say that where you are right now in your life is unnecessary. It's a mistake. You don't deserve it. But it's also devoid of the understanding that where you are right now is where you'll always be. I'm going to try and make sense of this because I haven't had any coffee this morning. Every step along the way in your journey is an essential step. You can seem like you're having a hard time right now. It's part of becoming who the Creator wants you to be. If you feel like you're in a rough spot right now, that's just because the Creator is building you. He's building you up. I was watching a documentary the other night with my wife about this band, a band called Death. That's actually the name of the documentary, though. The band is called Death. They were a band in the early to mid 70s, three black brothers from Detroit, and they loved rock and roll music. They are now kind of attributed as being kind of the inventors of punk rock music, and they're very passionate. The brothers in this band, their father was a Baptist minister, and in the documentary they said something that really touched me. They say, in this world the best you can do is to keep your promise to God, but also you need to give God time to keep his promise to you, because he will. When you start to covet the way other people live, you can take inspiration from them, you can try and work towards that, but the second you start to covet that and you want it for yourself in a way that you maybe haven't worked for it, maybe in a way that something hasn't been successful for you, when you start to covet that, you're starting to doubt God. Not only that, but coveting your neighbor, when you covet your brother, when you covet your sister, when you covet anyone, when you start to covet your brother, your neighbor, your sister, your brother, anyone, when you covet anyone, this is the root of all other sins and transgressions. If you look at murder, lots of murders happen because someone is stealing from someone. How life would go without this person in existence, so you feel the need to take that person out of existence. Then you're coveting the way that life would be. You're coveting someone has to the point where you want to steal it. Your coveting leads to their theft. And when you covet someone else's spouse, or when you covet that person who they'll end up with later on without actually working for it, in a way that is impure, that can lead to adultery. So today, be inspired by other people. Be inspired to work towards maybe what they have or the kind of person that they are, but do not covet it. Because when you do that, you're casting doubt on your true path. And then you can't see your path because it's shadowed so much by doubt. I hope that kind of sheds some light on this. Yeah. Hope you guys are inspired today, even if it's from punk rock music from the mid 70s that nobody knows about. Be blessed. Shalom.